I think there are 2 songs about God, right?
Spirit of God.
Yeah, and then there was another one.
There in Your Heart.
Could be, yeah. Are there 2 songs about it? Because I was
Yeah.
reading through the lyrics and I was thinking, well, these 2 songs are specifically about God.
Yeah, I always have a song or two on every record that's, connected to God in some way.
Why? Do you always have that? Well, obviously you always have those moments while recording.
Yeah, I
With
have
God,
it every day. I mean, I'm always in my head talking to God, you know? It's my touchstone.
So what is Spirit of God about?
Okay, so when I was 4 or 5, I belonged to a country club. In my family, we belonged to a country club. It was all white country club. And we were not really a religious family of any kind. But I'd always go upstairs because they had a big grand piano up in one of the big rooms that would get rented out for weddings and such. And one day as I'm walking up there to play on the piano, I hear this banging and dancing and singing. It's just like a ruckus. And I opened up the door and it was an all-black Baptist choir going off, and I'd never seen anything like it, and where the preacher was jumping up and down and sweating and singing, and the people were dancing in the aisles, and I don't think I'd ever seen any people have such a great time like this together. And I couldn't understand it, and I walked inside, and the preacher's like, "Little white girl, do you have the Lord?" And I'm like, "I don't know what that is." He's like, "Do you want the Lord in your heart?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I want whatever you guys have." And it was just awesome, you know. Everyone in the room was so cool, and my brother came in because he had to keep an eye on me at the country club, and he had lost me for a minute, but he knew I liked to go up there and play. And he came in, and it was kind of my introduction to spirit and, you know, celebrating your faith. And it was really amazing, yeah.
Well, the album is called Bang Bang Boom Boom. It's also a song on the album. I think it's about making love, is it right? Am I right? Or?
The titles for the song versus the title of the album are 2 different meanings.
Okay.
So the song is about 2 outlaw, crazy kids, like in the movie Natural Born Killers. And, you know, they're crazy and they're killing people, and then at the end their love is so great and they blow each other away. But for the album title, I liked the sound of bang, bang, boom, boom.
Right.
But that means more about how the heart goes bang, bang, boom, boom. So that's really what the title for the record means.
So that's why you chose. Okay, so the song is actually something else than the meaning of the. Okay. Yeah, that's also what the line. The ugliest house on the block.
Yeah.
Do you have an ugly house?
Yes.
Is it the ugliest house on the block?
Yes.
Okay.
Without a doubt.
Was it hard to write about your own house?
No, it wasn't. I was, you know, when we first moved into that house, I did not want to move in there. And my husband was like, "It's going to be great." And I'm like, "This is such an ugly house." And we moved in, and I've had the happiest times of my life living in that house. And we've lived there now almost 12 years. But one day I remember Scott and I like to take a run around the lake that's right by our house. So we come back down our block, and I'm looking and I go, "You know, Scott, we really do live in the ugliest house on the block. Look at it. Compared to all the other houses, it just sticks out like a sore thumb." And one day I just thought it'd be funny to write about it and get it out. But it really acts as a metaphor to just life, you know? It's not so much about the house.
But there are a few lines that maybe you can comment on them. My own dad could give a crap, I'd wear his love if I had a hard head. It's pretty hard to say, of course.
My dad's pretty hardcore, so he has no filter. Like, for instance, ever since the newest record, Bang Bang Boom Boom, I'm in a heavy writing mode right now. So I had breakfast with him the other day with my brother and my father and my husband Scott. And so I invited my dad back to my house for a sec, and I sat him in the piano room and I started playing him a new song. Man, he is so hardcore. And I finished the song and he said, "Well, who the hell is gonna want to hear shit like that?" I swear to God, that's him. So he's really, he has no filter. He tells you as he wants to tell you, and you either handle it or you don't. That's the way it goes.
Is it a good song?
I think it's really interesting. It's really wacky. Yeah, so my brother loved it though, and my father was like, "That's insane, it doesn't make any sense, what the hell is that?"
What's the song called? Maybe if you record it later on, then we'll know.
I've got a couple of different titles for it. One that I think I'm going to end up with is Stuff. And it's about a woman who, you know, was in love with a man who left her for another woman, and she's decided to kill both of them and bury them out in the backyard. But it's very witty and funny, and it's very dark. So, and it's very jazzy, crazy, kind of a trip.
Okay.